Good afternoon and welcome to our product demonstration, what we want to show you today. We are glad to have you here, and today we want to show you our new system to repair local damages in sewer pipes. The system is called BRAWO ShortLiner. What are the topics for today? At first, we want to introduce ourselves a little bit because not everybody maybe know us. My name is Hans-Joachim Fritz. I'm responsible for development at BRAWO Systems, and I will comment the demonstration a little bit for you today.
Yeah, also welcome from me. My name is Nils Jankowski. I'm the head of the BRAWO Academy, and we will do the practical part today for you. Louis Köhler, my colleague, and me.
Yeah, and the next topics will be, at first we start with the explanation of the basic components of the product portfolio, what we want to show you, BRAWO ShortLiner. And we also want to use the demonstration today to show you, maybe for one or the other again, our connection repair system, Satellite Packer 2.0. So we will start directly with the components of the BRAWO ShortLiner system. The installation equipment is based on a special kind of packer. We will offer it in different diameter ranges, and the diameter range of each packer is named by a color. So the smallest one is colored red at the top. Then the second size is blue, and the larger size is green. The packers will be delivered in different lengths. The shortest is about 60 centimeter length, and you can have it upward in different steps, 1 meter, 1.5 meter, up to 2 meter maximum. At the end, with a 2 meter packer, of course, you can repair a shorter local damage, but not the other way. The diameter ranges we offer on the packer size is 70 to 100 millimeter diameter. Even diameter changes are possible, 100 to 150 and 150 to 200. Who knows our portfolio in liners will now see that the diameter range of the packers is similar than the diameter ranges of the liner stuff in the 3D version we offer. All the packers can be connected by a small hole screw with a rope, and the rope makes it possible to help the packer to go into the pipe. So you can not only use pushing to bring it in, you can help by pulling on the rope also, and this makes it possible to come to nearly every place where the located damage will be, even after an inlet. This connection makes it possible to follow the inlet and go into a really far point. One of the packers we still have prepared with some stretch foil. The stretch foil is responsible to keep resin away from the rubber of the packer itself. It gives you a longer using time, and it will make it much easier to pull the packer out after curing, because you have no gluing or melting between resin and the packer skin. On the other side of the packer, we have a short connection piece with the air connection, and very important to know, the air connections are really special because we have a hexagon on each connection. One male and one female, like you see in here. And if you push it together, because of the hexagon, you can use it to change in a radial direction to bring it to the right position, to help it to go around bends easier. And also later on, when I explain the connection color system, to bring the connection colors into the right position, because of course a connection or an inlet will be not everywhere on the circumference of the pipe. It would be on a special position. It's also possible to secure the connection by closing this screw. It's very often used system to secure that the air pressure coupling will not open by pushing into the pipe by come over some small changes in diameter or steps or things like this. Okay, on the handle we also have a small valve, what makes it possible after filling the air with filling the packer with air to close the valve and keep the packer under pressure without the air hose anymore. So it's not necessary to leave it on the complete time as long everything is leak-free. Okay, Niels, I will give you the packer ready to prepare. And then the next very important part is the pushing rod. The pushing rod is also with two air connections on both sides, inclusive hexagon, and it's very flexible. Yeah? So with this pushing rod, it is stiff enough to push the packer and the connection installation tool to a far distance from beginning of the pipe. And it's also torsion stiff, so you can use it to bring the connection color into the right position. And it is pushing rod and air hose in one. We have put a mark on here. It's very important to bring a patch to the right point, of course. So we measure out where the middle of our patch will be later on and put a mark by tape on the pushing rod. And that makes it easier. If the mark is on the beginning of the inlet of the pipe, you can be sure that your packer is on the right point before you blow it up. Okay. Besides this, we have some small items like grease, what you also can use to protect the packer or the stretch foil against contact with the resin, and kind of lubrication spray. I will explain this later because it's mainly part of the connection color system. So far about the installation equipment. Of course, we will need some consumables, it's like we call it also. That means liner and resin. For create the patch, we use the same material than we sell for do the complete installation in a pipe from beginning to the end. And we recommend to use our BRAWOLINER 3D product line together with the packer, and this will become then the BRAWO ShortLiner. Why? Because we have a really flexible material what can expand up to the biggest pipe diameter what is written on. It is a little bit flexible in length. If you start to blow the packer up, it starts to grow up in the middle, and then it grows up to the outside. And then this makes it possible to get a really smooth inside surface without any folds and wrinkles. To start to do the preparation, it's necessary to twist the liner inside out, because in this case, it's not the same like the preparation of an inliner with a two-component epoxy resin, where we fill the resin inside the liner. In this case, it is necessary to have the textile part on the outside to put the resin on both sides. Niels will show it now immediately with a practical demonstration, and make sure that the resin is everywhere on an equal amount in the textile. At the end, we need a resin also, what gives then, together with the textiles, the finishing of the repair system. We recommend to use our BRAWO SRR. It is a 2-component epoxy resin. The A component, in this case, is in the top part of this little tin. And in the bottom part, we have the component A, BA. It's 1.5 kilo. It's normally enough for the sizes of patches you can use. But of course, it's also available in a 10 kilogram combi tin. To mix it, it's very easy to put some holes inside the top part of the tin. Then the B component runs down into the A component, and you only have to take the top part away and can mix it inside the delivery tin. So it makes it very easy. You don't need a second tin on the job site, and it's very easy, smooth, and quick to work with it. You will see it in a few minutes on our demonstration. The epoxy resin we offer here has got a working time from, let me say, 10-15 minutes. It depends a little bit on the ambient temperature and on the material temperature. At 15 degrees, we talk about 15 minutes working time. To be on the safe side. And it is a resin what is really reactive. That means even under ambient conditions, you will have a short curing time. At about 20 degrees, we will have a curing time from about 120 minutes. And then you can deflate the installation packer and pull it out, and the repair patch will stand by itself, and the pipe can be used again. Okay, so far for the moment. Now we will start to demonstrate you this packer system, and I will give the word to Niels.
Yeah, thanks, Hans. So yeah, you talk a lot about the product, so I think you get all the informations. We prepared everything to start with the demonstration. So normally the resin we cool down at the overnight to 15 degrees, so we have the working time that we need. And also normally the tin of the top is fixed by 2 metal clamps, but yeah, just bring them out to have better flow. So the first step will be that I bring some holes inside the tin. And then the hardener will start flowing down to the A component. So now we just wait that, yeah, around about 400 milliliters going inside. And if we have no flow anymore, we can start mixing. So the mixing time is not 3 minutes because we have less resin inside the tin. We're just looking that we have a good mixing result, that we spend some time at this part.
Is mixing the resin. I also would like to welcome Juso from the company Picode. Picode is the deliverer of parts of the installation equipment. Hello, Juso.
Hello.
Juso will accompany the demonstration today. If you have some questions what we are not able to answer, Niels can hear you with the small dot in the ear. I can't hear you, so Juso, if you have something to say, please talk to Niels, and everybody else can hear you also then.
Thank you.
But I hope we are prepared good enough to answer the questions by ourselves, of course.
Everything's going super well.
So yeah, we finished with the mixing. So because we have the inside foil now inside the textile, I start to fill some resin on the foil first. So we have 2 foils that we don't bring the resin to the table. And we just bring it up on the resin part. So now we put another foil on the top and just bring the resin inside the textile with a small message. Jetzt ist mir, glaube ich, mein Ohr dort rausgefallen. Da habe ich. So, after that part, we just take a small paper part and look that we have not too much resin on the textile. And also we're looking now on the direction of the slings, that we just have the right direction. So you will see now it's completely flat. If you want to push it inside the pipe like that, it's quite heavier to push it inside. So we'll just bring it up to the other side. And then also we bring the resin up from this side. And also we see it's the right direction because the sling is going to the outside of the pipe. So after that, we just bring the packer inside. We put some small marks on it that we have the right position in the middle of the packer. Yep. And then we have some small pieces of metal wire to fix it on the end. And at the beginning, we get sure that the textile is not going off the packer during the pushing process. It's important to make it not too strong. So 1.5 move. Also to get sure that the textile is completely outside. And then we just cut off the ends. We'll get sure that we have not too much metal parts inside. And also that it opens. So that was the first part, and then we just bring it to the open pipe, put the complete textile inside.
Okay, now when the packer together with the prepared part of liner is completely inside the pipe, we couldn't see anymore what's happened there. To make you able to see what's going on, we put some holes into the pipe. As you can see, today we are trying to put a patch repair in 100 millimeter diameter pipe with a long 90-degree bend, in this case 245-degree bends, and we put some holes inside to see what's going on if Neil starts to push the packer forward.
So first of all, I'm connecting the push rod, and now I start to bring it inside. Then I will see on my mark that we have reached the right position.
Okay, now the packer together with the patch is inside the right position by help of this mark by tape, what we have done before. And now Niels will start to blow the packer up slowly. And I hope you can recognize to the 2 holes that it blows up first in the middle and goes then to the side. Yeah. This small pops, what you could hear, is when the metal wire opens and the packer can completely grow up to the size of the pipe. And as you can see now, we have a little bit more resin on the textile than it would be necessary. It is because if you have some cracks or some leaking connection pieces inside, it will also be filled up with the resin and gives you extra warranty that the pipe is really leak-free after finishing the repair work. Yeah. Now the packer will be hold on pressure until the resin is cured. On the conditions today, with about 22, 23 degrees, what we have inside here, it will take about 100 minutes. Because we will do second demonstration and we will not have so long time. We prepared a pipe at this time, the one from the demonstration in the morning, what we have done in German. It's the same type of pipe, and we put a camera inside, and on the monitor of the camera system, you can see the result inside. You can see the small bubbles where the holes are, same situations than we have on the demonstration now. And you see also the ring of the connection pieces. That means the liner material is completely at the wall and it's really smooth on the inside surface without or nearly without any wrinkles. Okay, by the way, if you have any questions during the demonstrations, please use our chat function. You can send us your questions. I will have a look from time to time on my display, and then I will tell you which questions are asked and try to answer it. Until that, I will go forward and continue this connection color system, what makes it possible to repair inlets, what is coming into a pipe. It is very often, if you do some in-house renovation, rainfalling pipe or pipes for each flat where connected the kitchen inlet or the bathroom inlet are sometimes broken at the point where the inlet goes into the main pipe. This system is based on a kind of holder. This is the part what you see here, where we still has put the connection color on, what means it is a bladder what is made in the size of the main pipe and in the size of the connected pipe to the main pipe. The main pipe diameter starts in 100 millimeter inside diameter, and the next step is 125. It's a very often used diameter in Germany, and the biggest size what we offer is 150 millimeter main pipe. On the inlet side, we start at 70 millimeter, so it's also possible to connect 70 millimeter inlet to 100 millimeter pipe with this system. The next step on the inlet side would be 100, 125 also, and 150 as the biggest size. We have two versions from the angle side, a 90-degree version for, let me say, 87-degree inlet, or a 45 version for 45-degree inlets. The bladder, and this is very important to know, is made by a special silicon material with a textile layer inside, what makes it very strong. You can see a little bit here. It looks like small carros. Yeah. It is a bit flexible. It is expandable, and it is very, very slippery, and it makes it very easy and smooth to install it, and especially bring the part what should go into the inlet. The holder itself, like the packer system what I showed you before also, has a connection piece with a hexagon, and you can use the same pushing rods for these systems than I show you for the BRAWO ShortLiner system. On the other side, we have a special valve. Nils, did you get the screwdriver for me for a second? Thank you. We get a special valve where you can decide to leave it open or close. What is the reason? The reason is you keep it closed if you want to do an ambient curing. So that means just install the connection piece, keep it under pressure until it's cure, finish. You also can speed up the curing by bringing heat into the system. And to transport the heat, we recommend to use steam. But if you try to use steam, you must be sure that you get an outlet also, because only if the steam can move permanently through the complete packer, you will have everywhere the heat where you want to have it to speed up the resin. So in our case today, we will keep it close. Nils, I hope I do it right. And you don't get any problems later. Yeah. So this is the basic. Together with this installation tool, we offer a set of items what makes it a bit easier and to have everything on hand to install the bladder on the holder, to make the material slightly slippery. We have different kinds of tape. It's a kind of sealing tape to get the connection packer really good and seal fixed on the holder. We get a kind of protection tape and double layer gluing tape to bring everything in the right position. We also have a kind of lubrication spray. We use it to spray inside the bladder before installation to make it easier for the bladder to slide on itself and go into the inlet. Very helpful. To fix the bladder on the holder, you can use U-billy clips with a screw. In a really small diameter of pipe, we recommend to use this kind of steel cable ties. They are really small and can be closed with this special kind of tool. You can close it very hard and cut it with the same tool, and then you have nearly nothing what can stop you by pushing in the packer together with a consumable on it in a really small pipe diameter. Very helpful. Okay. At the end, the same with the BRAWO ShortLiner. You need a textile, what you can impregnate with resin to bring it in place to keep the pipe prepared. In this case, similar than the bladder sizes, we offer this connection colors in main pipe diameter 100, 125, 150. And the inlet side starts with 70 millimeter, 100 millimeter, 125, and 150. For the English guys, main pipe 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, and the inlet side 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch. The seam, what connects the inlet part with the main pipe part is made by a different color. And later on, you will see how this difference in color will help to find the right position by installation. Niels, your turn.
Yes. All right. So, yeah, we start to prepare everything. The first step will be that we push the connection inside the packer. We bring a small pressure on the system, and then we just push in the connection with a small stick and hold it a little bit on the end and put the stick out. That's nearby the same like we do it with textile later. That's a part of preparing from our side. So we impregnate the textile like we impregnate the textile for the Bendy Packer or nearby. Now we can just put a vacuum on. That helps us also to bring the textile easier on the way to the connection color. And also when we start pushing the system inside the pipe, we have better fix from textile inside the packer. So that's the first preparing. We also put a small part of grease on the ends where we have the connection with the resin. And now the next step will be that we have the connection color in front. Also, we put a mark around the connection color that we can see where our resin should be for the other side, because we have also a foil inside, and also we make a mark on this part to find later easier the middle of the pipe with the camera from the connection. And that's also one part that we prepare in this short time. We put the inspection camera inside the connection that we have a better view to find the right position. So next step will be the same like before. I just open the clips. I will hit some holes inside.
Yeah, maybe as long Niels is doing the preparation, I can give you a few more informations about the resin system BRAWO SRR. It is based on the component A, what we also use for two other resin systems, BRAWO 1 and BRAWO 3. The one or the other won't maybe know it from the liner renovation. So that means with the A component of this resin, you can choose between 3 different types of hardener, what gives you more or less working time, at the end more or less curing time. The epoxy resins generally got really good chemical resistance. They get a high strength, so it's normally possible to create an E-module from 3,000 Newton per millimeter square or more, and this gives you a really good finish in the pipe. Also, the combination of the connection color with the installed liner on epoxy base is really, really good. If it is cleaned and good prepared, you get a really good connection between the resin, what we use for the connection color, and the resin, what both used in the past to install and impregnate the liner. And we get even a melding between both systems, so it's another security to get a really leak-free, complete system at the end.
I fill up the mark with resin, and we have enough on the bottom of the connection color, and then we start to fill up the top of the connection color. And then also we put the foil on it. Attention. And get sure that everywhere we get resin on the textile. So now also I put the resin a little bit out of the textile to get sure I don't want to destroy your camera. So, yeah. And also we have to take care that the inside of the wingles, angles are got enough resin. Just turn it around and then take a few on the other side. So. Just a moment. Right. So now I just take a look inside the connection that we are sure that we're nearby on the right position. And then I give a small pressure on the system to see that we have bringing the connection out. So I can control it really easy with the air pressure inside. And there we are. So now I have to pull the connection inside. Maybe that's a little bit too much pressure. A small vacuum on it. That was too much. And then I take my stick. Ein klein bisschen Druck kann schon mal geben. Aber die reiht. Muss schon wieder ein klein bisschen Plus drehen. Okay, that's good. Und jetzt wieder ein bisschen mehr. Okay. Jetzt ein leichtes Vakuum, bitte. Ja, das passt. So now I just hold the connection and put the stick out. And after that, I just fix the textile with some small rubbers, because normally with the vacuum we have enough power that the textile don't leave the packer. So that's important for the front. And one on the back. So, now we are ready to push it inside the pipe. Turn around. Now we can see on the camera the nearby.
Maybe you can come over here. To find the right position, Nils, mach mal langsam.
Sorry.
To find the right position, we put a camera inside the connection, from the connection side. And here now you can see like how the packer is crossing the inlet area. Jetzt schieben wir vorwärts, Nils. And now the resin impregnated textile will come. You see the rubbers, what we used to fix it on the packer system. And now you see the red colored seam. What will help us now, and I have to make it possible to Niels to see the monitor, to bring it into the right position by rotate it left or right and forward and put it forward or backward. And if we are completely on the right direction, same distance of both sides to the ring of the inlet, then we can start to blow it up slowly with pressure, and then you will see how the connection color together with the blood air will move into the inlet. Okay. During it came out, we pulled back the camera a little bit to keep it free of resin. And now by the prop, what you could hear, it is completely turned inside out. The bladder will now be inflated with about 0.3 to 0.4 bar pressure. And this pressure will keep on until the curing process is finished. Curing time, similar to the BRAWO ShortLiner system, because it's the same resin. With this resin at 20 degrees, about 120 minutes. If it is much colder, it could take longer. If it is warmer, it could be much quicker, but then be careful. Also, your working time will be reduced by a higher ambient temperature. Okay. Even here, we want not to wait until it is completely cured. We have done a 45 degree sample, what we have opened by cutting away a part of the pipe. And here you can see the colored steam inside. You will have, or can have a look on both sides, like the end section looks. This bit over amount of resin will be pressed out and gives you normally a smooth finish, stepless on both sides. And this is a part from the inlet. Yeah, so far about the demonstration about BRAWO ShortLiner system, a system to do some local repairs, and about the connection color system. And now we are looking forward to see your questions on the screen and try to answer. Gibt schon was, Nils?
Questions at the moment?
Okay, for further informations, you can go to our homepage, www.brawosystems.com. There you will find a download area with technical data. You will find informations for our complete product portfolio. And if you have some special questions, please contact our sales guys, per email, by phone, however, and they will support you with everything you need to work with the system and get enough information about every details. Okay, so far we couldn't see any questions in the chat. Of course, the chat will be open for several times after finishing the meeting, and if some questions are coming in, we will try to answer it as soon as possible by email. And so far, we just can say thank you to joining the demonstration. Thank you for your attention and following us, and see you soon.